Hi, this is John Cole, and I'm here with a quick tour of some of the advanced security and compliance features that are available within AHEAD CoPilot, our cloud optimization and governance platform for AWS and Azure. As you can see, I've logged in with my Okta single sign-on, and I'm going to focus in this case on our security and compliance settings, and I've got that set to come up and launch Dome 9 with my master dashboard. Very quickly here you can see that I'm reporting against one AWS account and currently 0 Azure accounts in this instance. Within that AWS account, I can see a quick list of the assets that I'm recording against, the network policies that I have in place, and what are some of the compliance rules or frameworks that I've implemented and how I'm doing against those compliance rules. It's also going to expose some of the brief areas that I'm most critically concerned about and what I would potentially need to remediate at a high priority. What I want to dive into is a little bit more about those compliance and governance frameworks and how I would activate those on my platform. One of the great benefits of CoPilot and Dome 9 is that we've got these preloaded compliance frameworks, and they're going to be specific to a compliance taxonomy as well as a technology. So I'll be able to see for AWS, HIPAA, GDPR, NIST compliance, and I can do similarly on Azure. But in this case, we're going to look at AWS HIPAA regulations. This is preloaded with all of the controls and all of the taxonomy of what needs to be executed on an AWS platform to be fully compliant with your AWS instance against those compliance rules. And I can use that out of the box as is, or if my team thinks that I need to have some more stringent controls in place, I could go ahead and clone this current compliance framework, and then I could add to it. And I would do that within their playground, which is a real-time rule builder that you can do either via text editor or via their intelligent builder language, where I could take, for example, an application load balancer and say should not have source that is public. Very simple rule that I could go ahead and add, and I can make that a very complex rule if I want to continue to build that out. But this is something that I could stack on top of that existing generic compliance framework and make it specific to my business. Now, once I've selected the compliance policies or compliance taxonomies that are appropriate to my business, and I've customized them or enhanced them as I need to, I want to go ahead and then learn how I'm doing against actually meeting those compliance requirements. And I do that within my dashboard. And I'm going to see here for my AHEAD demo account all of the different frameworks that I've associated that are applicable for me. Now, normally you would have these set to run on a daily or more frequent basis, and Dome 9 increments every 15 minutes with reporting on your environment. In this case, I want to go ahead and look at my NIST standards, and you can see it blows out there and tells me more in details about what is the validation. And if I go ahead and run that utility, it's going to take and look at my environment live and in real time and come back with a report on how I'm actually doing against meeting that framework. You can see within my account I'm currently 60% compliant, and I can go ahead and dive into the results page. And for that October 9th run, I can see what are the issues, what is the relative importance of those issues, and what do I need to do to go ahead and remediate those. And I can see tested, relevant, and non-complying. So for this particular security group management standard, I have no compliance across that, and I would need to start remediating that very quickly. What's great about this is I can then take that October 9th report and I can look in my assessment history and I can compare that to all previous reports since I've been on the platform, and I can look at the last 24 hours or the last 7 days or a custom range, and I can show progress over time in terms of how I've improved my compliance stance and how I'm meeting the standards that my compliance office places on my team. So that's a very quick demo of some of the different compliance and governance capabilities within the CoPilot platform and how I would leverage those to improve my security stance and provide real-time monitoring and reporting as to my compliance stance across the environment.